One artist that we get to cruise and move with is already on set with us. I hope she loves grapes because, you know, we're having grapes today on Gospel Cruise.
I do. Actually, I have a lot more.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
But then I'll start talking.
Okay.
And I'll be like,
I just,
chill.
yeah. But the green ones or the red ones make it for you?
Green.
Green? Okay, you want to go green.
Yeah.
I know why. But how are you doing, Mutale?
I'm doing very well.
Okay.
I'm not seeing you though,
Okay.
with the cap.
Okay,
You're
thank
looking very, very cool, by the way.
Appreciate it. You look cool too. Yeah, obviously getting fashion tips from people like you, which is a good thing.
No,
Yeah.
you look really cool. Even the cap was working.
Okay.
Like, really cool.
Okay, but what's happening with you though?
A lot.
Okay.
God's been so good. A lot of good things are happening, and I was in South Africa for a few years, and now I've relocated back. I got a job with the telecoms that's very passionate about young people, and I'm managing their youth university program. So I'm really, really excited about that, and we have an e-learning platform and all those good things. And I'm also pursuing, I'm just finishing up my album.
Oh.
Yes.
This is your second solo
Yes,
project.
my second
But take
solo
us back to, obviously a lot of people know you from Exploits.
Exploits.
Take us back
FND.
before we get to talk about the new project. How did it feel when you were winning all those awards
And
as a group?
yeah, and we were just like 3 months old together before the awards started coming. So it was grace, it was God, it was amazing, and we actually will do something together. It's not that we broke away from each other and that's done. No. Exploits, FND, I mean Chikolupililo, all those things that we did as Exploits. It's amazing what God can do when young people come together with one purpose, to love God, to worship Him, and to just be a reflection of who He is. Yeah.
But what happened? Because after that album, we never heard anything as a group.
As a group,
We just heard you do some singles. We heard Trina do something.
some singles, yeah.
What really happened? People want to know.
Yeah, I know. They always want to know. But I think for me, it's also the fact that we were in different places at some point. So even though we wanted to push our second project, it was just very challenging because we have Henry in Dola and Japhet was in South Africa. Then I also went to South Africa and Trina was in Osaka. So it was really hard for us to get together, but of course also the challenges that we had as a group, you know, in our personal lives and the situations that you know. Let me just say, life happened, and life happened,
right?
And yeah. So as we come back, we want to talk more about those experiences and how God, you know, took us through the different seasons and tests and trials and all that. So I believe we're coming back stronger.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We were supposed to play the FND video.
You should.
We searched for it at ZNBC and everywhere else. We couldn't
Try
find
and
it.
find it on
You
YouTube.
know what people said when we couldn't
What?
find it? They're like, look, you're going to have her. Let her just do a small cappella of it. Why should you want to find it? That was a hit song that if she just does a small piece,
Yeah, I mean.
and you know.
Yeah. Mwana wandiwe sakamana bantu nebo epondi nangwe fintu fishupe shani fire wish you were epondi we sakamana. Come on, you're not helping me.
Yeah.
We sakamana do woo 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 woo.
You still got it.
Still got it.
I love that.
We thank God.
I love that. Definitely
Yeah.
slaying giants with that beautiful voice. But tell me though, you've had to deal with loss as a young person. And a lot of young people, when they deal with loss nowadays, it could be parents, it
Yeah.
could be, you know, a dream that dies
Yeah.
in them. They tend to lose focus and they don't concentrate on their dreams. But you managed to rise above all that. Just share with us how you had to deal with
And I
loss
guess
at a very
it's
young
funny
age.
because you're talking, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. He's talking about something I'm really passionate about. And as much as it was a bad thing, I mean, like you had Marvin sing Intentional, yeah? Say, all things work together for the good of they that love the Lord and accord according to His purpose. Sometimes when bad things happen, God has a plan. You know, I lost my parents. I was, how old? I was 4 when my father died, and my sister was only 1. And I was 10 when my mother died. She was only 6. So I was orphaned at age 10. And honestly speaking, I didn't see how I was going to finish school. For me, it was like a far-fetched dream to even go to university like I did, because my mother was like everything to us, and to have her go, and we're such a place where I didn't have anywhere to go. My grandmother, in fact my mother's stepmother, stepped in and took care of me. The day I left her house was on my wedding day. That's how much love she had for me. And I thank God because he brought in, he brought her into my life. And it's because of her that I even got to know the Lord. Because she was an elder in her church, and she made sure I was with her in church. And I actually got the passion to serve God because of her. So for me, when she introduced me to Jesus, I literally found everything I was looking for. I think orphans are they feel the pinch of being an orphan, because orphan is more like, it's a term used to say you have no major covering in terms of your parents. Your parents are not there. But remember, God has positioned himself as your parents. He says, I'm a father to the fatherless. And even though your mother forsakes you, he will never forsake you. So he is the Alpha, the Omega. He knows what parenting is. He is God. He is the father of all fathers and the mother of all mothers. So he's the best parent you could actually have. And the beauty about it is, for orphans, he's ready to be that. The only challenge I find is you need to give him that opportunity and that platform to be a father to you. So I had to do that. I spent, I don't know how many times a week I was in the house of God, because for me it was my father's house. That's true. I've never received a blessing or a job outside church. It's funny. All the job opportunities I've had is because of someone in the church. So it's amazing that people run away from church, because for me,
that's a place of help.
That was my place. That was my place where I would go when I'm hurting. I would go cry to my father in his house, and I would pour my heart out. And I loved to minister before him. So you find 7 days a week, I was at church like 5 days a week.
Wow.
From the time I was like 14 years old. So as a result, I never settled for less. Be it in my academics, I never settled for less. And by the time I was graduating, by God's grace, I was like the highest girl at my school, with 9 points. And then I got the opportunity to go to the University of Zambia, which for me was like a dream. I was thinking, Lord, how will I do this? But by his grace, and also you need to know his grace is sufficient to enable you to do excellence. Most people just say, I'm praying, but you're not working. Faith without works is dead. True. So my story, I can tell you, I can write a whole book about my experience and everything. But at the end of the day, God is the reason why I'm here. Jesus, his love, his mercies, his kindness, and his faithfulness to being a mother and a father to me is why I am the way I am. One time in SA, someone was asking to say, who are your parents? And this is like, it was a meeting. You have millionaires sitting in a place, because I was presenting a show called Millions in the Marketplace. And I not just once, people would want to know, who's your father? Who's your mother? And in the back of my head, I'm just thinking,
God.
You're hoping you'd pop up some big name, because they're wondering how he just managed your life, and you look like you actually had someone who was there to mentor you, to groom you, to guide you. But it's God. It's God. All by himself.
It's God.
Yeah.
And obviously it should be God for you also. So we're encouraging you to give your life to Christ today with Mutale from Exploits. I can still say that, right?
Yes.
Because the group still exists.
Yes, you can.
All right. But tell me though, this passion that you have for young girls and their purity. I remember last time when we had a chat, you're telling me how you want to start off conferences and just encouraging young girls to consider purity as something that, that God pursue. Also, How is that going?
It's going well.
I know. Go ahead. Let me have one more while you. I'm a slow eater myself, so.
Okay, so I'm passionate about that because I saw what it did for me, and that's why my emphasis is with girls because I know what it's like to be a girl because I'm a girl.
I get that.
No, you know what?
That.
Because you know what? It's hard. Someone is telling me, but why don't you talk to the guys about? I'm just like, you know what? I like to talk to people from my reality, from what worked for me, because I just don't know what it's like to be in the world of guys or how they think about sex. But one thing I know for sure is what sex means to a guy is different from what it means to a girl. After the act, the way that a woman would interpret the experience is different from the man. Even her attachment is different. So that's why I just like to talk to girls, you know, and also give them tips on some of the things that I think worked for me. And also where I think I was challenged, I actually open up and I tell them, look, I think you would do better in this area. But the most important thing for me is how it is with us women. We're very emotional, yeah? So accept that, because for me, maybe I used to see myself like I get so attached to people and I'm so emotional about it. So I just didn't want any form of like that deep attachment that sex actually brings into someone's emotions, especially for us women. I just didn't want that because I felt when you look at my education, I used to think sometimes I only have a few cards and I just didn't want to gamble with my cards. And that's why for me, I was like, when I would see the way my friends would cry in high school because this boy just broke up with her, but because of the the level of intimacy they had, and the way he just broke off with her, and he's on to the next chick, and she's brokenhearted, she's devastated, she's not paying attention to her books, she's seeing her value as, in that useless guy. I mean, the guy that just uses her and leaves her. So for me, I used to look at it from that perspective, to say, you know what, don't give him that power. I didn't want to give that power to a man that's not committed to me.
Is that a message that today's youths are ready for, though? Did you at any point get a conversation started and share some of your thoughts on this?
You know what's so funny? Even in church, you kind of see people look at you like, is that possible? And for me, that breaks my heart, because I know a lot of young people that are waiting until they get married. And to actually tell young people that it's not possible, it's not doable, and yet God requires that of us, for me, is going against God's will for the young woman. Because I believe God's will is that, you present yourself holy, not just for you as well, also for your future husband. I think it's really cool if the first man that knows you is your husband. I think knows you like in the Bible, and he knew her.
Is that the case for you?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm very proud about that. That's why I say I always speak about my reality, my own reality, and how it worked for me. It helped me focus in my school. I think it helped me have some pride. I used to feel I don't know, it just helped me with my confidence sometimes. I feel there's certain things I would say or do, or just, and I felt it gave me this power that I can actually decide, like what I want and what I don't want, who I want and who I don't want, my terms, my conditions. Even my husband knew he had to put a ring on it, and not just put a ring on it.
I love it when girls say that.
Yeah, no. He had to put a ring on it, and not just put a ring on it or come home and pay for plates or whatever. But
the whole 9 yards.
The whole 9 yards. And I mean the whole walk down the aisle, meet me by, meet you by the altar, and let's tell the church, let's tell the world, let's tell society that this is what we have, and this is the path. So I'm yours, you're mine, and that's it. And you can't just come to me next day and tell me, I'm not feeling this. No, it's not me. It's not you. It's me. And that kind of talk after I give you all of me. So you have to, like a lot of things binding.
I'm loving this purity chart.
No. Firstly, the government, even, do you know that even the Constitution then gets involved? You just don't walk out on me like that. I'm
it's that
valuable.
serious.
It's that serious. You just don't come give me some statement or
It's more than a grape tree.
No.
I love that.
Yes, it is. It's actually far much more. And not just that, the church, not just the church, your family, not just your family, my family. You know, it's like a combination of a lot of things. And that's how seriously we should be taking it.
Okay.
Because God takes this act so seriously that it's the only way that man can be born, or that seed can become a man. You know, it's like God has placed such high value on sex, but for us, we've just, like, it's just one of those things. There's only one way in which a man can be conceived, and that is through that act.
Amen.
So why are we being petty about it? Why don't we add that value to it? And I think it's important for us to do that. I'm sick and tired of these boys that just walk away from girls that very next day. Yeah. Yes. So you gotta earn it. And
if
ladies,
you just joined
let
us,
them do that.
we are with the very passionate Mutale from Exploits, obviously chatting about issues surrounding love, sex, and also how you deal with loss in your life. I love how passionate you are about these things, and we'll get to call you very soon so that we can delve more into this, because I'm sure Amuna Banvela wabanyoza. But let's play a game though before we close.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna throw some words. Go ahead if you want to.
Okay, no, I don't want to be talking and chewing,
Okay.
but this is really tempting. Don't do this next time.
I'll throw some words.
Yep.
You tell me the first thing that comes to your mind.
Okay.
Swag.
My husband. I think he got swag.
Passion.
Me. Mutale. I think I'm very passionate about the things I do.
Adam.
Eve.
October 10th.
Oh, shame. That day. There are two things that I've done on that day. There's October 10th, which I decided to get married on that day. But October 8th is the day my mother died. The reason why I decided to change that experience, or the month of October for me, is I just wanted to change how I feel about the month of October.
Okay.
Yeah.
Saturday.
Saturday, I think it's my favorite day. I get to chill with Wookie, my daughter.
Oh. Okay. That should mean honey in some tribe, eh?
Yes, my daughter's name is Wookie Wami, which means my honey.
Okay.
Yeah.
ZNBC.
Yellow Dove. Right? I don't.
Put it here. Put it here. High five. Yeah, very interesting. We need to choose some more on this show one of these days. But yeah, we've been chilling with Mutale. Hope you've learned a thing or two, especially the guys out there. You've been warned. Stay pure, right? That's the catchphrase?
Yeah, but yeah, okay, yeah, for the guys. You're talking for the guys. I'm talking for my girls. I love my girls, and I think we can do this thing. We can do this thing. We're not perfect. We're not saying we're perfect people, no, but it's doable.
Okay. It's good to be reminded of what God is doing. I did say that Esther Chungu is in the building, and yeah, she's here.
Hi, Yellow Dove.
I'm good.
How are you? Oh, you're fine. Okay. It was programmed in my mind already.
Yeah, it's like whatever he's going to say, I'm going to say
how are you after.
Yeah, I like that. But how have you been?
I've been fine. I've
Okay.
been good. Yeah.
Why the change of the name?
From Kama into Esther Chungu, I just want to be remembered by my real names. That's
Okay.
pretty much
So
it.
Chungu is your real name.
I'm actually a junior. My dad was Chungu. Evaristo Chungu Mubanga, so I'm
Okay.
Esther Chungu Mubanga.
It's not Ebo Chungu.
No, we're not related in any way whatsoever.
Yeah, because when you changed the buzz that was going around, no,
Yes, I
it's
got
the
a lot
kid
of
sister.
questions. Yes.
Can't you see even the way she sings? What? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful stuff. So
Thank you.
now under Brave only, how is that going?
It's brilliant. I'm just so humbled to be surrounded by people who believe in me so much and who are pushing me to be a better person. So I'm just happy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Learning a lot, obviously.
Yes, from Magnus Mando and Stephen Mwale. Those are the co-founders of Brave Only. I've got some label mates, people I'm growing with. There's Solomon Plate, there's Church, there's The Proof, there's Le Diplomatique, which is Magnifier, and Jesse. There's
There's a
Microphone
lot.
7, there's Leloa, yes, and Magnus.
But of
himself.
all the group members, who's your favorite at the moment when you want to hang out, just want to chill? Who do you call first?
Who do I call first?
Just a good hangout, like, yeah, just chilling.
We're usually together, like it's
Okay.
always the squad
You just
together.
don't want to tell us.
No.
Yeah, I'm going to review who I see you with most of the times.
Well, all right.
M
No, you will say it.
M7.
Who? M7. Yellow dove.
Okay, beautiful stuff. But
Yeah.
you're in Bible school also.
Yes, I am. I'm at Trema Bible School, second year.
Okay.
I'm graduating in November.
Why deciding to go into Bible school?
I just really wanted to get to know God and just get to know who He is, like not from what I've heard or what I've maybe seen, but like really, who is God? And I have not, and I will never regret the decision I made, because I have really grown spiritually.
Okay.
I've gotten to know God, and some misbeliefs that I had have been corrected by the
Okay.
awesome lecturers we have at
All right,
Runaway.
because most youths would think Bible school, I don't want to be a pastor. But
You
you're a
don't
young
have to be a
person and
pastor.
you decided to just get to know God more. And I think
Yes,
that's,
and it's mainly also for the music, because I don't want to promote heresy. Sometimes we may not know that we're in the wrong when we're saying something, but really, I'm growing.
okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful. What song are you giving us?
Runaway Child, it's my
Your
latest single. Yes, you can find it on www.itsretunes.com. And I'm really just humbled at how the whole show has been, in line with like the theme, because like from the purity with Mutale to the song by Shaka, yes, to Runaway Child. So now, if there's someone out there who's thinking, I don't really have a relationship with God, does He really love me? Look at where I am now, the things I've done, can He forgive me? This is a song dedicated to you, to just let you know that God loves you so much and He will do anything just to bring you back home.
Okay. But the problem is your guitar person is not here, so we have our own here that can just freestyle.
Yes.
His name is
my
David. Can we call
savior.
him?
David, please
We call
do.
him? David, I know you're on the camera, but just
And before
come
David
through.
comes, how's Favor?
Favor? Because you've seen the shoes.
Yes.
The favor. Do you
Reminded me.
know that somebody stopped me at Levy Junction the other day?
Yes.
It's like, so how old is Favor? I'm like, Favor does not exist.
No.
It's just by faith. We bring these shoes to encourage youths out there to go out there in faith and get things for their future dreams.
Yes,
So favor
yes.
doesn't exist when a favor doesn't exist. It's all by faith.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope
Okay.
you know that.
Awesome. Yes, I do know that.
Okay.
I do know that. But
Okay.
yeah, I'm glad you've clarified that.
She's fine, but she's fine.
Okay.
I'm answering
in the
faith.
future. All right, cool.
David, please come through. Don't be shy. Huh?
No.
What's wrong?
I wasn't ready. You just, Antonio calls me and say, "What? Somebody here, guitarist wake sana waneke."
Oh,
Come
thank
on,
you.
please,
Thank you,
but,
David. Thank you so
let's
much.
Let's try.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. What's the
It's
title?
Runaway Child.
Runaway Child. This is freestyle, guys. Freestyle. Don't rehearsed.
That's what happens on the cruise.
Okay. Hey. Nalikubumba neminwe shandi, nalikupela ishina lyandi nokukupanga umwana wandi, nalikubumba nokukupela obumi, ukukusamfya ukukuwamya nokukutemwa, nomba wilekwi uwe mwana wandi, nomba wilekwi ulubilekwi, 'cause I want you back. You should think of my love and my grace. I'm the only thing you need. You should think of my love and my grace. I'm the only thing you need. Come back, come back, come back. Runaway child, come back, come back, come back. I held you in my arms, I saw you smiling, I fell in love with you, hey, I thought you loved me too, and I know it's not easy but I'll give you strength to fight. Don't you hide when you're hurting, let me heal you with my love. Nomba wilekwi, we mwana wandi. Nomba wilekwi, ulubilekwi, 'cause I want you back. You should think of my love and my grace. I'm the only thing you need. You should think of my love and my grace. I'm the only thing you need. Come back, come back, come back. Runaway child. Come back, come back, come back. Oh, the things you feel, I feel too. Oh, the things you see, I see too. But my child, I'm all you need. So please come back home. Please come back. Nomba wilekwi, we mwana wandi. Nomba wilekwi, ulubilekwi, 'cause I want you back. You should think of my love and my grace. I'm the only thing you need. You should think of my love and my grace. I'm the only thing you need. Come back, come back, come back. Runaway child. Come back, come back, come back. You should think of my love and my grace. I'm the only thing you need. Please think of my love and my grace. I'm the only thing you need. Come back, come back, come back. Runaway child. Come back, come back, come back. It's the Gospel Gurus, the finest of gospel videos. Gospel Gurus, it's all about Jesus. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, oh, oh.